Today we're at Ashford Castle. We are going to be playing golf at the Ashford Castle. It's a 9-hole golf course. I played it yesterday. It's amazing. And I'm going to take some time, not to talk about golf, but to rap with you about to have a good plan when you go out in life to make money. I'm here with the world famous Kearns.
Hello.
And one of the things that we're talking about is like, hey, getting a plan. He just got his first job. What were you doing?
Watering plants for my neighbors.
And why did they hire you?
Because they saw that I mow lawns and do all that jazz.
Are you looking in the camera?
No.
Is it going to bite you?
I normally don't look at cameras.
Okay, cool.
Or keep.
All right, so we're just basically going to wrap it with you. I'm going to be giving you some real estate advice. The best advice I have for you is with real estate is like, this is what paid for us. We're staying there tonight. We stayed up there in the lodges. It's a freaking just a beautiful. I'm gonna fly my drone up here tonight, and I'll show you kind of what's going on. One thing that you obviously are learning is that anybody can hold a camera. When I first started putting all my stuff on social media in 2021, I hired like 3 professional or somewhat professional videographers. And part of my thing is just teaching you things that I talk about today, because it'll take my mind off the golf course. If you're trying to start a social media, have a purpose. Like, who are you trying to attract? I'm trying to attract people that are interested in investing in real estate. Or here's the other thing about this course. The holes are, you can see right here, this is a par 4, 320. I'm using like a 7 off the tee, maybe a 6 off the tee. And that's about all I did yesterday, and it worked out great for me. Got a couple pars. I'm not super comfortable with my driver. So for me to say, hey, I'm gonna plug it out there straight, I'll probably go over there. So I'm just gonna aim for the sand trap over there and try to get as close to there and try to reach the green in 2. Some other golfers who I play with will probably say, hey, I'm gonna drive it right there. I'm gonna put it on with my 3 or my 4. That's not my game, so know your game. But if you're trying to get into social media, the first thing you should do is know who you want to attract, right? And the other thing is, like, what's the best setup? So what I have right here is the Rode microphone, okay? One of the biggest mistakes I learned early on is not having a microphone. So we're using, can't show it to you, but we're using the Action 5 Osmo camera, which is better than a GoPro. You don't need an expensive camera. But I would say that you're better off than using the iPhone, because it just makes it easier to get everything set up and have something. This also, so that's a charging stick. So that charging stick will hook to this thing so that Connor can hold it. If we want to juice, just throw it in there. It takes a micro SD card. That'll last us like 5 hours of filming in 4K. Let's go take a shot. A little bit, right? It'll work though. Cool, right up on the hill. Now what are you gonna do? Now, my recommendation is, if you have a business, you should definitely be on social media. Just teach people how to do stuff. If you're a golfer, hey, here's how you do golf. Now, one thing that I found that most people do, including myself, is they make things entirely too complicated. If you're a really good golfer, you might be talking about like trajectory or this or that or anything. Think about you're talking to a 5-year-old who's never hit a golf ball, because that's most of us out here. Break down your stuff super simple for everybody. Like, make it so anybody can learn it. Like for me, if I was gonna tell you, hey, how do you get a loan for a house? Well, the first thing that you're gonna do, you're gonna fill out something called a 1003. That's a loan application. If you have 2 years on jobs, it's gonna be based on your credit, all that stuff. You're gonna fill out a loan application with a lender. My recommendation is a local bank. And then once you do that, you're gonna know where you stand, whether or not you're approved for the loan. Get a loan application, fill it out, see where you stand. Now, before you even do that, if you're a young guy, the first thing you wanna do is establish credit. One of the things that my dad told me early on that really helped me is he said, go to a JCPenney card. I got a $100 JCPenney card. My second card was a Bank of America card. I still have that Bank of America card. My budget, I maxed it out on beer in college at $2,000. It's now a $75,000 limit. So first step prior to getting a loan, and this is what your lender might tell you, is establishing credit. So my step would be go and fill out a loan application. Because after you fill out the loan application, the lender's gonna tell you, hey dude, you've got bad credit. And then you're gonna know, okay, well, I need to go and get credit. That's the first step of trying to buy real estate. You know, there's lots of other ways to buy real estate, but if you can go to a bank and them lend you money, that's the easiest way to get started. And that's what we want. We want the easiest way to do something. So I use something called the Grant app, which is way better for me because I'm not a super precise golfer. So we've got 200 from here. I'm gonna grab a bigger iron. So like I don't know how to golf. I know I gotta, when I hit a good swing, if I bring my wrist back. Oh, I chunked that. Cut that out. No, I'm just kidding. Let's hit another one because for fun. See if I can do the other one better. First step, learning how to play golf, bring extra balls. Second step, don't take it seriously. There we go. Now you guys can see I can actually hit the ball. Perfect. A little short, but it was a great shot. Very happy with that. Okay. Oh, terrible shot. I'm gonna probably do that club again. Did I stay on the green? Probably not. No. One thing I've realized, I've taken tons of lessons. I've just got to play, and I've got to stop taking lessons because I've confused myself too much, and I need to get back down to the basics. And with real estate, I'm self-taught, you know, by making mistakes. And with golf, I've gotten so frustrated. Everybody says take lessons. I think the most important thing is just getting out on the range and hitting balls, and then getting out on the course and hitting balls. Ooh. And you can see my game right now. There's some signs of really good golfmanship, and there's some really bad golfmanship. I get people all the time, hey, will you go to coffee with me? Hey, can we go out to breakfast? I said, hey, can you meet me at the Encore Casino? Dude, I have zero interest in going and meeting anybody. So one guy, shout out Braden, my new guy, he paid to come to my event. Now he's working for me. That's a smart move. So you gotta pay for access. Nobody wants to go and have coffee with you. Nobody wants to go have breakfast with you. Nobody wants to just go, like, maybe like an elderly gentleman who's lonely. But I ain't the one. If you want access and you want to learn from somebody, I've taught hundreds and hundreds of people, and I've met a lot of people, millionaires and multimillionaires, but as my time is getting limited, I am dialing back the amount of time I'm spending with students. I'm very passionate about helping people, but I'm gonna be real honest with you. Most people, they don't want it that bad. And so I've coached hundreds of people. Probably a dozen of them have become multi-millionaires. Probably another dozen millionaires. The amount of people that just don't want it. Oh. That's the right sling there. So if you're thinking about becoming a student of mine, number one, I would just suggest before you even invest the money into education, go read my book, The Millionaire Mentorship. I put all my secrets in there. It's like $15 on Amazon, and I just put it on Audible. Go buy my book, The Millionaire Mentorship book. Get it on Audible. It's the best real estate book out there. In my opinion, it's better than Rich Dad Poor Dad, in my opinion. Now, I love Rich Dad Poor Dad. Mine would be better than that. But I think from a learning, because Rich Dad Poor Dad doesn't really tell you how he did it. I tell you how he did it. So from that end, I think it's a lot better. I do have a book that it's almost done. It's called The Blue Collar Blueprint. And in my first book, Millionaire Mentorship, I focused 100% on real estate. In this other book, I talk about real estate, but I'm really speaking to whether you're working a job as a W-2 employee or whether you have a business. Every single thing that I've learned in business, from sales and marketing to social media to LLC formulation, tax strategies. The primary concept is that anybody can become a millionaire. Because what happens is with most people, they never take their company public, they never have a major exit. So in that book, I'm gonna teach you literally every single thing that I know about business. It should be coming out any day now. It'll be on Audible, it'll be in Espanol, or it'll be on Amazon, just like my first book. Oh. Bad shot. Let's talk about the next chapter for me, because that's what I want to get into right now. So what am I doing next? I'm going to be dialing back my education, because for the last 3 years, I spent so much time and energy into education, probably 70 to 80% of my time. And it makes me 10 to 15% of the money that I bring in on a yearly basis, which is really stupid, right? And so I'm like, my ego's involved. I'm like, I know more than anybody else online. I know more than the Section 8 guys. I know more than the Sub 2 guys. I know more than like the Grant Cardone guys, right? I know it. And so my ego was really involved in that. But it wasn't financially rewarding for me. But I'm spending all my time and effort. And then to watch the small amount of people succeed, that was very gratifying. But again, my time is my most valuable commodity. So I said, you know what? Let's go back to doing what I moved out to Kansas City to do, which was acquisitions. I moved out there to buy real estate and to get really after that. And so it's been literally 2 months since I made that decision. I have like a couple people in my program that I owe the full time, which is like the 2 days per week. Once they're done, I am going down to 1 day a week. It'll be organic, just people who are my followers. I will not run paid advertising for the foreseeable future. God, what a beautiful course this is, huh, guys? Or should we use our 5 here?
I always use 7.
You think it's 7? Let's go with Conrad. He's my good luck charm. A little bit of a miss it. I'm backing off huge on education. It'll just be organic, and it's gonna be more a la carte, like meaning, hey, can we get you in? We'll still do 1 day a week, but that's it. You know, I gotta focus with my efforts. At some point in time, I don't know if I'll continue it because I truly never saw myself as a coach, which I happen to be a really good one when it comes to real estate, but I really have always seen myself as taking that next chapter. And sometimes we get take a detour along the way, but I need to maintain, which has always been my passion, which is real estate. And so I don't know what that's gonna look like. I think that all of these things that I've learned here should be leading me to raising private capital and like the social media and interviewing. And I need to really jam into interviewing people who I'm really interested in. Like in the first part of my podcast, I just interviewed all these influencers like that I didn't know or that weren't necessarily somebody who I was totally interested in. So now that I have a couple hundred podcasts deep, I want to go to more focused on people that I'm interested in. So I'm getting back to being selfish with my time. Oh, you son of a lady. Here's the name of the game. Like, life is a game. That's like this, okay? But certain games matter and certain games don't. At the end of the day, whether I'm a good golfer or not is not changing my life. You gotta take those things into perspective. Whether I have the #1 coaching program is not changing my life, right? You gotta let things go like that. I do humbly say that I do believe I'm one of the best coaches, but I run the most profitable coaching program. And a lot of that is because I just won't rip people off. And I think a lot of people are willing to say whatever they need to say because that's where they're getting the majority of their money. And I'm really passionate about real estate. Enjoy the sport that you're playing. If you don't enjoy it, don't play it.